I have a question. Who in here are collaborators? And by that I mean, who of you work well on a team? Who can join forces with others? Who can create a vision, working towards a common goal, working towards a plan, working towards a vision, adding ideas, adding solutions to problems, and doing it with no ego, and doing it for the cause. Who of you are collaborators? The rest of us are just bossy. The Bonnechere River Watershed was formed to raise awareness of this wonderful place that we live, with the ultimate goal of being collaborative in creating our future. Many initiatives have happened over the last few years, and in this year alone, there have been 3 mass paddles along the rivers in the area, the Bonnechere River 2, the Madawaska River 1. There have been columns regularly in the newspaper. There have been education forums. There has been a puppeteer with Trish Leeper, puppeteer show. There has been the song created by Terry McLeish. You're going to hear it tonight, In the Arms of the Bonnechere River. Chris Hisberger is going to have a poem. Did I say your name right here, Chris? Close enough. And the Stone Fence Theater, you're going to see that performance. And then my commission, which is a digital presentation on the past, present, and futures of the Bonnechere River watershed. But all these initiatives have been run, and they're the vision of one person. And you know, I've known this person for many years, but I didn't know her. You know what I'm talking about? Until you get to work with someone, you don't really know them. And she showed her colors. And her colors are bright. The woman behind the Bonnechere River Watershed Project has been exemplary in her commitment. And where does she go? Where is Kathy, by the way? I don't see her, yeah. And she has been exemplary in her commitment and in her creativity and her compassion and love for the Bonnechere River watershed. She has devoted countless hours and energy and talent to make this happen. I think we all need to give a hand to Kathy Lindsay. It's true. It's been a pleasure working with you, Kathy. And her vision to bring art into raising awareness of the Bonnechere River watershed was innovative. To become stewards through art, to raise our focus, to raise our energy, to raise our awareness through art. She understood and understands that art can drive passion, it can create engagement, it can raise people's awareness to the point that they will create change. The German poet and playwright Bertolt Brecht said, "Art should not be a reflection in the mirror, but should be the hammer with which we change the world." And that's what the Bonnechere River Watershed Project wants to do, to create some change, to create some awareness so that we can, in fact, determine what happens in the future. These initiatives have sparked engagement. Many people have come up to the plate. And when we care about something, we do become engaged, and engagement leads to collaboration, the joining forces. So I was commissioned, won the commission, to be the presenter for the Bonnechere River Watershed digital presentation, but I didn't do it alone. It was a major collaboration, and it was a successful collaboration. There have been many people, from musicians. April Virch allowed us to use some of her music, Reader's Digest, and multitudes of photographers. The Algonquin of Pikwakanagan First Nations people donated images, and other photographers, some even traveled up the valley to take that image that I asked them to take. Aside from that, there was an advisory committee. Jerome Koulis, Kendrell Smith, and Kathy Lindsay, and we met on numerous occasions and would view the latest edition of the Bonnechere River Watershed Committee digital presentation. So on take 10, take 12, take 13, I'm not sure, I lost count, Kendra would say, you know what? We need images of, jets. We need images of homeless people. We need images of massive windmill farms. Do you know how many windmill farms there are in Renfrew County? But she was so gracious in saying, it's easier said than done. I appreciate that. So yes, I could have done it alone, but it wouldn't have been the same. It wouldn't have been nearly as inclusive. It wouldn't have been nearly as full or as broadening or as welcoming. It wouldn't have been a collaboration. And that's the magic of collaboration. 1 + 1 no longer equals 2. 1 + 1 equals 5. And through collaboration, we were able to create something that I think may tell us a little bit of what is to come, but it's our choice. What do we create in the future? Because clearly we are creating tomorrow today with our thoughts. Philosophers say that change begins here. What we think about affects our values. Values affect our actions. Actions affect our policies. And policies affect our future. What are we going to create? So our first presentation this evening, and there's 4, they're about 4 minutes each. It's called What's Ours is Yours. And you'll find that in all 4 of the presentations that there are some similarities. Number 1, climate change. You're going to see some climate issues because scientists tell us climate change is here. So we have to deal with this now. The second thing you'll see is our past is similar. Nature was here first. First Nations were here. Then came the lumber barons. But we also hope that you see a thread that's weaved through the shows that show you how we got to the future we're choosing. So in What's Ours is Yours, it's a future where we have taken into account climate change, and we have sustained our energy. We have many solar farms. We have windmill farms. But there's a disconnect that we within the community have been passive. We have not taken charge of being the leaders, of moving forward and creating the future we want. And people from outside the community are leading us. So let's just take a look at that one. And what's ours is yours. Our next future is called the entrepreneurial boom. This is a future where we do have control, where we have been proactive, where we have taken leadership and created what we want to create. It's a prosperous future. It's a future where economically we're doing well. People from around the world are coming to the Bonnechere River watershed area and enjoying the fruits of nature, the water, the forest, the air, the land. It's a future that is promising, and yet there's a lot of competition because people are vying for that economic advantage. And maybe, just maybe, that economic boom can become a bust. Maybe we haven't taken enough care to look for the future of what is going to be here generations from now. So let's take a look at what the entrepreneurial boom in the future might bring. The ladies in the kitchen were doing a little step dance to that one. April Birch's music, wonderful generosity given to the Bonnechere River watershed with her giving us permission to use her music. She's touring in Sweden right now, so she sent this from Sweden. Very kind of her. Our next showing, and next possible future, and there's many possible futures, we have a choice, but we're just trying to get us all thinking. And the next one is called The Great Divide. And it's where the upper reaches of the Bonnechere River are well-to-do, where people are flying in from Toronto, people who have, or beyond, that have money, and they have created a community in the upper reaches of the Bonnechere that is taking advantage of all the wondrous land, the water, fresh water, clean water, the air that it has to offer. And there's gated communities, and there's jets, and there's people from without the community that are ruling the community. In contrast, the lower segments of the Bonnechere River, where the native people live, where we live, are suffering. That homes are selling, real estate is going down, that industry is dying, and that there is a disconnect, that we feel like we've lost control of what we had. So let's take a look at the Great Divide possible future. Scary. Our last scenario for our possible futures is called the New Rural. And this is the choice, a result of the choices we have made to be proactive, to be leaders in our community, to make sure that we take care of what happens. So there's a lot of grassroots businesses that are thriving, little industry. There's a lot of prosperity. We have learned to meld prosperity and economic advantage with our lifestyle and to sustain nature in such a way that not only ourselves but future generations will have what we have today. And it's probably my favorite. So we'll show the last one, the New Rural, and see what this potential life will look like. The Bonnechere River Watershed project has been successful in building collaboration with the project. It has gotten engagement. It has raised awareness. I doubt there's anyone in the county that hasn't heard of the Bonnechere River Watershed project. It's been good, very good. The future is in our hands. What are we going to do? Michelangelo said that the danger for most of us lies not in setting our aims too high and falling short, but in setting our aims too low and hitting our mark. Our values are not reflected so much in what we say, but in what we do. What are we going to do? Are our grandchildren and our great-grandchildren going to thank us for being good stewards of the Bonnechere River watershed? I think so. I hope so. Thank you.